Google Pixel 8 Pro, the smartest phone ever created. I just had to troll Apple, man, because every year it's the best iPhone ever created. But no kidding, man. Google is known for the software, and this year they really went ham, throwing in a lot of AI features. Some of these new features, it just seems like magic. But anyway, let's jump into this unboxing. All right, so here it is. This is the Pixel 8 Pro. I got it in the porcelain color, the 128 gigs, 12 gigs of RAM. I know a lot of people rocking with the new blue color, but for me, that color ain't really hitting on nothing. Not saying that this one is hitting on much more. I feel like every phone coming out this year, the colors have been pretty weak. But the fire thing with that color is the name of it, Bay. But anyway, we got the same Google packaging. They've been sticking with it. The box ain't nothing too much to brag about, but you check it out here. But we got the quick little pull tabs to open it up, so we gonna jump into it right now. You know, throw that little thing to the side. Let's open it up because I'm ready to see what it looked like, even though I know it ain't much change from last year version, but I still want to check it out. And here it is. Look at that big old visor. Google's definitely sticking with the same design language, and this is just what the Pixel is. You know, the Pixel definitely stand out though when you see it from other phones, because every phone got the little island, the block, but Google, they rocking the visor, and I feel it. This phone do feel like feels a little heavier. So this is my Pixel 7 Pro, and this definitely, just an initial feeling, the Pixel 8 Pro feels heavier. Ooh, the back feels, got that soft touch feel. It got the matte color going on, but I do like this porcelain color. It look real, a little classy. All right, let's peel this off real quick. But you see, we got showing a little sign saying a USB-C. I don't know why they still need to tell people that, because everybody has USB-C now that Apple done joined the boat. Every phone pretty much has USB-C. But a big difference here is this is the first year that talking about Apple. This is the first year that a Pixel phone is using USB 3.2. Majority of phones have been doing 3.1. And the big difference is normally just the speed. Anyway, pull this off. Throw that to the side. Ooh, I see it already. This year they decided to go with the flat display. I am not that much of a fan of the flat display. I actually like the curved display, but for whatever reason, a lot of people like the flat display. I can say though, it does feel better being at the flat display, because with the curved display, it's like a little sharp on the edges, but this feels a little bit better. But we see we still have the rocker on the side, volume rocker, got the power button, got the USB-C charging port, got the speakers. Guess what we also have? A SIM card tray. Cause what? Apple decided to take theirs away. So we gotta point out that we still have one. Up top, we have, this is the 5G antennas, the ultra wideband, got a microphone. Then we see here we have that front facing camera, and we do have the new cameras in the back. So the cameras in the back definitely got a big upgrade. All the cameras did get a boost in aperture. So what the aperture means is pretty much that it takes in a lot more light, and every single camera on here did get a lower aperture. Lower the better. So all of them brings in more light than the previous ones. Also, the ultra wide camera got a big boost in megapixel. It jumped from, I think, 20 megapixels to 48 megapixels. It actually jumped from 12 megapixels to 48 megapixels. Still got the zoom lens, which is a 5-time optical zoom. That's also coming in at a 48 megapixels. Then we got the big boy, the main lens, that's 50 megapixels. The selfie camera, which has a secure face unlock, because all the other phones before that, since the Pixel 4, so now, like similar to like the iPhone, I still say the iPhone is much more secure because it has all the extra stuff to scan the face. But now the face unlock on the Pixel is good enough now where you can actually log into your banking apps. So I'm definitely gonna try that out, even though it still has the under screen fingerprint scanner, which on the Pixel 7 Pro, it's been really good. The 6 Pro, it was trash. It was slow. It was iffy all the time, but the 7 Pro, I had no issues with it, so I expect that it got even better on the 8 Pro. The feel of it is good though. I definitely feeling it. I like this soft touch. This was real glossy, and it feels like glass. This one feels like a little more softer, and just overall just feels better. And I do like this color. I got the matching watch. I can't wait to pull the watch out next, but that's another video. All right, let's power this thing on. Cause you know I tend to unbox a phone and talk a lot about everything and don't ever turn the phone on. But man, like I am looking forward to a lot with this phone. One of the biggest features I'm looking for that is not quite ready yet is the Google Assistant with Bard. Bard is just Gen AI. It's Google version of it. So it still does the same bounce and vibrates when it's bouncing. Let me go ahead and just put my information on real quick. I ain't gonna bore y'all out with the whole setup process. So once again, I got a little bit ahead of myself and forgot to finish the actual unboxing of the phone. The phone. I get a little too excited now and just want to jump straight to the phone. I'm still getting back into the swing of things with doing videos and stuff. So yeah, just bear with me. I'm gonna get back right. Anyway, you already know we got the little transfer thing, USB to USB-C. I have still yet to use one of these, but I'm sure there's people out there that need it. That's why they keep putting it in the box. Unlike a charger brick where we know everybody needs, but they decide not to put that in the box. But I'm gonna save that rant because I done did it a few times. Anyway, we have USB-C to USB-C. The phone itself supports USB 3.2, but they still only ship with USB 2.0 cables. So I don't know. You won't be able to use the cable that comes with the phone to get the fastest transfer speed. I mean, the only time the USB 3.2 speed would even matter if like you just doing some kind of data transfers. But if you ever need to do transfers any large files or whatever to your phone, that speed matters. This cable will not, I mean, it'll cut it. It'll still transfer at a reasonable, I think 5 gigs a second. But if you want to do like really large files where you want to take advantage of the USB 3.2 speeds, this cable will not cut it. What else we got in here? We got the normal books. Ain't nothing really important in there. So and that's really it for the unboxing side of things. I'm gonna put this cable back in here because I don't need it. Got a bunch of USB-C cables laying around, so we're gonna put that back in the box. And the phone itself, I decided to set it up fresh, didn't really transfer anything over. So right now, just downloading some of the stock apps and doing a few little updates. I'm letting that do it. But off the top, just initial impression. I think it comes installed with one of the few of the AI generated wallpaper. I still don't know exactly how yet to generate my own. That's gonna be one of the first things I'm gonna try to do is create my own AI generated wallpaper. And like I was saying too, they got Google Assistant now with Bard, but that's coming in a later update. I'm tired of all this announce something and it doesn't come into a future time, but I'm always looking forward to the Google feature drops. It's always like majority of the time they're normally really good feature drops. They have the normal software updates, there's normal security patches, and I think like every quarter they have like a feature drop. But this is huge this year for Google with all the AI features. Like if I was to go through the list of all the camera features, this would be an even longer video. But even like some of the features from the Pixel 7 Pro that came out with like the face unblur feature, yo, that feature is crazy good, especially if you have kids. You know, it's already hard enough to take pictures of like babies, infants, toddlers. They just want to move, they don't really do it. And you always get that little blur. That unblur just works so great. But now they took it to another level where you got like the best take when you taking a group picture. You can swap out faces and whatever. It's really weird, but I know it's gonna come in really useful. The tensor chips are cool for what Google needs them to do, but I still don't feel like it's doing what Google needs it to do, because you already know you take a picture on a Pixel phone, it still takes about a good 2-3 seconds to actually process the picture after you take it. And that wait is still annoying to me. Quality that it produces when it's done is great. But that's still, I feel like now that they're making their own chips, I feel like they should be able to like optimize their own chips to be able to process these pictures faster, so you don't have to wait that long. Like you snap a bunch of pictures and it's sitting there processing 5 pictures before you can actually look at them in its full quality. There is an upgrade to the battery. It's now 550 milliamp battery. I think before it was like 4 something. This has 30-watt charging. 30-watt charging is a good upgrade. It was 27 watts before on the 7 Pro. They now have what you want to call, I guess they want to give a name to it now. They calling this display the Actua display. Why they calling it Actua? What is Actua? I don't know. Somebody Google it. And I guess they want to give it a name because this is probably the brightest display that's out now on any phone. It has a peak brightness of 2400 nits. And it runs at a steady 1600 nits. Yo, but it's crazy because the Pixel 7 Pro, I've never had a problem with the brightness. I guess I could try to max out both the brightness right now. You can I see like a quick difference on there? Oh, it's definitely brighter. Oh, it's definitely brighter. The performance on here feels pretty much exactly the same. Even though this is a new Google Tensor G3 chip, it feels much of the same. It's still 120 hertz display, and the 120 hertz is definitely 120 hertz, and it's moving. So I never had any performance issues with the 7 Pro. Been using it the whole year and I don't see no decrease in performance, and so I'm not expecting any difference. The screen on here, the flat screen on here, like I said, I still not quite, I mean, it just doesn't feel as nice as my curves. I know a lot of people would prefer the flat screen, and maybe I'll like it over time, but right now this phone do feel a little chunkier. I did take a quick little selfie on here, and the picture looks a tad bit better on, I mean, it looks pretty much a lot better actually. Now that I'm looking at it again side by side, I just see a little bit more detail in the 8 Pro versus the 7 Pro. But overall, I mean, this pixel's a pixel. I mean, the picture's gonna hit. But I could just like I said, this is like a quick little initial impression, and the picture does look a little better, but it's just so much things to test out on here that I just can't do all that and just unboxing. But just for a little reference, we see we have all the new AI features here, and we just scroll through some of the AI features that we have here just for the group pics. That one's gonna be pretty dope. I mean, I don't really know how much times I'm gonna use that feature. It's good that it's there. It's crazy how well it works just by looking at the demos, but I just might just do a test just to see how it really works. This focus on sound, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. So it has this, what you call now is an audio eraser, where it can just eliminate all the background noise. This gonna be pretty cool when especially recording video. We have the AI wallpaper. I think that's one. Matter of fact, let's try, oh, Amber Alert. I don't know if it's just me, but I've been getting a lot of Amber Alerts. But anyway, the AI wallpaper. This is one of the ones I know I want to test out. I'm gonna play with it, but it's pretty much, you pick a wallpaper, you present it with some kind of a prompt, and it will generate a bunch of different wallpapers for you based off of what you ask it. And then even with the text messages, like, I was playing around when I started this intro with talking about this is the smartest phone ever, but I was like low-key dead serious. Like, this phone is smart, and then with Gen AI built into it, it's just so many cool stuff. It's just so many convenient features that it's gonna have now. Oh, and you could just, like I said, we are still scrolling with all the new features. This one I think I'm gonna use a lot too. I read a lot of articles, and if I want to quickly just get a summary, it's cool that it's just built in, just give me a summary of it. I know when I do a full review of this, it's gonna be super long. Like, this unboxing there already is long already, but it's a lot for me to try out with this. I don't know, man. When I say it's quite a bit actually overwhelming to even try to think about testing every single feature on here. But like I said, it still have even some of the old stuff, like the call screening. I can't tell you how much I hate getting just cold calls, especially with those automated systems, man. Just have Google, and it's gotten so good now where Google already answers it for you and screen those calls and don't even let that calls come through. But if some of them do sneak through, it's cool. I don't gotta answer my phone. I could just sit here, see the prompts come up. I can click through. Like, even when I call like 1-800 numbers, and you know you gotta do the little dial tone. You press 1. You could just see the text on the phone. You could press 1 on the phone. This makes it's so hard to stop using a Pixel phone because all of the smart things it does. Even though I love my Fold, and I just feel like I could do a lot more productive things with the Fold, but convenience-wise, and nothing beats a Pixel when it comes to convenience. And like I said, this is the first phone with Android 14. I was using the iPhone when 14 dropped on the Pixel 7 Pro, so I didn't get a chance to play with a lot of those already. So it's just gonna be a lot of new features I'm gonna be tapping into. And I'm definitely gonna come with a review of this one, even though I said I was about the Pixel 7 Pro and that never came out. But I'm gonna come out with a review of the Pixel 8. Anyway, that's it just for this unboxing. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Pixel watch and then jump into that unboxing. But for now, man, just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and just catch out. It's gonna be some videos coming soon. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm gone.